Hello everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Play Battlefield Vietnam. 4 years have passed since the previous battle, and it is now January 1963, and we are fighting for control of the village of Ap Bac, which is situated in the delta of the Mekong River in southern Vietnam. Today, however, we are not fighting against a purely American force, as we did last time, but against a joint force of US and Vietnamese collaborationist troops. Hopefully, we shall be capable of triumph, through the iron will of the Vietnamese people and through our glorious determination. We've already come under fire, and the collaborationist troops are already beginning their assaults. Meanwhile, the Americans are beginning to provide air support with their planes, bringing death down upon us from the sky. It is our task today to endure this terrible violence and this terrible onslaught, and to prosper in spite of it. As you can see, our brave soldiers have already downed one of the foul American helicopters, and many more shall follow. That, my friends, is for certain. Shit! Okay, we're surrounded on multiple sides, we're being assaulted through these marshes, and I can barely see a thing. The situation is tense, but I'm enjoying it. I do, however, have to make a confession. The fact is that I tried to record this episode a few days ago and got extremely frustrated for reasons that I don't have any reason to explain, besides the fact that, of course, the AI really annoys me sometimes. Now, the Americans are dropping their troops into our bases. Now, this is not tolerable. And now they have the gall to fire at me, do they? Well, I'll show them. I'll give them a battle that they'll never forget. And surprisingly enough, I'm already starting to lose my voice. It's as though this is something that always happens when I play Battlefield games. It's never happened while playing Republic, only with Battlefield. It's probably associated with stress, with frustration, so I'm going to take a calmer tone of voice, I'm going to speak more softly, and I'm going to take such things in my stride. For example, this boat is a piece of crap, and we are going to get out of it. Instead, we are going to go on foot, we are going to eliminate these ARVN South Vietnamese army troops, and we're going to make sure that they do not mess with us or with the village of Ap Bac again. After all, the Viet Cong historically won in this battle, and therefore we should be able to do so as well. We should be able to turn Ap Bac into the Viet Cong guerrilla stronghold that it was in reality. However, all of our bases are under attack, and we have yet to capture a single one. This is an aberration. At least we shot that American dog. Brethren, get over here! Comrades! Let us fight for the victory of the revolution! Let us fight for the victory of socialism in Vietnam! We cannot and will not yield to the imperialists. However, I'm starting to yield to the weakness of my vocal cords right now. It's as though I'm cursed, I'll have to admit it. And meanwhile the battle goes on. I have a feeling this will become a multi-part episode. Hopefully one that I can survive through. Because I don't want to have some kind of silent movie going on here. Although you can let me know in the comment section if you'd be alright with that. And we're under fire. Perfection. Where are the Americans though? Let them show themselves and let them die. Debt is their due for the crimes that they commit against the Vietnamese people. Okay, this one's noticed our bullets, but I don't care. We will kill them. We have to kill them. There we go. Well, that firefight was kind of disappointing. Meanwhile, it's quite strange that they're spawning right on our bases. Really, this game in general seems awfully biased. So let's shoot a few Yanks as quickly as possible, and a few Vietnamese collaborators. These traitors do not deserve life. Now I'm going to get into this boat and I'm going to put it to good use in patriotic service of the Vietnamese motherland. We cannot and will not allow the American imperialists to assert themselves. Vietnam is one. And we must show this to the world. Our unyielding revolutionary campaign shall be triumphant. In the name of the great and glorious Ho Chi Minh and the Vietnamese people, we shall triumph, just as we have been tasked by the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Vietnam. We shall overcome in battle, we shall pull off great and glorious deeds in our struggle against the Yankee imperialist. We shall all unite as one, and meanwhile we have captured 2 American armored vehicles, providing us with all the military hardware that we need to triumph resolutely against these comprador troops and their American sponsors. Hopefully I can hit this guy. Come on, come on. Before the plane drops napalm on us. Fucking hell. Alright, they're continuing with the napalm raids. Weapons of mass destruction. Human rights violations. Geneva Convention violations. Typical. Typical of the Americans. Isn't it just like an American to do something like this? At least we've captured this vehicle, which I believe is armed with a machine gun. We will use it to carry out a decisive and glorious offensive towards the home base of the US forces, where they have set up their planes, they have set up their tanks, but it shall be good for nothing. We shall destroy them. Alright, so it turns out that we don't have a machine gun here, but we do have a flamethrower. So with the cleansing fire of socialist justice, we shall wipe out this American son of a bitch. Just as they burnt us with napalm, we shall burn them back with their very own flamethrowers. The flames of vengeance are indeed glorious. We do, however, have some bad news. The American forces with their ARVN meat shields have captured another base. We must act resolutely to evict them. We must go there at our maximum speed. We must yield nothing to these imperialist troops. Now I'm going to have to stay out of the water because I'm afraid that I'll wreck this vehicle. And if there's one thing that I don't want to do, it's to waste this great spoil of war. We've managed to cross the water, and now we shall bring cleansing fires of judgment upon the American troops. Look at them run as they do in fear. Vietnam shall be free from the imperialist yoke. Glory to the revolution. Glory to Vietnam. Powerful, united, and free. The Americans shall never be able to subdue us. Not now and not ever. Although every single one of our bases remains under siege, although the chance increases with every passing moment that we will lose this battle, we must retaliate with constant decisiveness. Inspired by the appeals of the great Ho Chi Minh, We shall begin our patriotic emulation. We shall fight now for our fatherland. We, the Viet Cong, the guerrilla resistance fighters, the liberators of southern Vietnam. We shall set up our base areas in the Mekong River, and we shall be ready to wage years upon years of patriotic struggle if it is necessary. We shall stop at nothing for our Vietnam. I wish I could repair this vehicle though, but we don't have the necessary facilities. We do, however, have an American intruder who is about to taste the flames of our glorious Vietnamese revolution. We've recaptured the base, but we've got another ARVN soldier here who has now been made nice and crisp. And so we shall attempt a river crossing, though I doubt it shall succeed. But not before we burn another imperialist rascal who refuses to catch fire properly. And now watch them assault our bases again. Do they have no shame? Relentlessly attacking us, relentlessly striking at us. We shall show them, we shall teach them a lesson. We shall give them a taste of what is right. I simply wonder, why is it that they can spawn in our bases but we cannot? Such is a question to which I have no answer. We're wiping them out bit by bit, however, but the battle remains very, very equal. And I'm not too happy with that. I can't say that I am. We've got to cross the river and we've got to take this base to prevent ourselves from continuing to bleed points. We have to do this as quickly as possible, as resolutely as possible, in the name of our fatherland. In the name of the Vietnamese nation. They're launching their relentless assaults against our bases. We've got to attract some more comrades to this station. We need to retake this base if we want to be in with a chance of victory. Because we're under attack on all sides. And I am not going to tolerate this for even half of a moment. We're not going to stretch our hands. We're not going to look at the ground. We are going to go into battle and we are going to fight. We are going to stand up for Vietnam. And if anybody tries to stop me, they shall taste my grenade, my Kalashnikov, my sickle and my Tokarev. They shall feel the true wrath of the Vietnamese masses. Now let's get in here and teach these Americans and their allies a lesson. I hear gunfire, but I'm not sure from where. Regardless, we must march in and capture this base. Afterwards, we can do whatever we want, but this is our primary objective. And we will take the objective, and we will hold the objective. No matter what the Americans may say or do. They can bomb us, they can gas us, they can shoot us, but they will not triumph against us. The Vietnamese Revolution is an unstoppable force. And yet they come at us with their helicopters, again and again. Wave after wave they attempt to assault our liberty, but they shall not succeed. They shall not triumph. Not today, and not any other day. We've got to get some better weapons to shoot them down, though. We need to bring them out of the sky and down to the ground. For now, however, we can launch further attacks. To guarantee our mobility, we've brought some scooters down the Ho Chi Minh Trail to reinforce us. This shall hopefully be enough for us to continue our assault, to continue our successful offensive against the imperialist lackeys. And here's one of them. Speak of the devil. And now we have Comrade Han Gok Nung backing us up right here. I'm terrible with Vietnamese pronunciation. Please excuse me and perhaps give me some lessons in the comment section. Here we go. Ready for battle. The dynamic duo. Ready to liberate Vietnam. And also unfortunately ready to take quite a large quantity of American bullets, but still not enough of them. Let's arm ourselves and continue our patriotic campaign. This time we're bringing out a Russian Degatriev DP something something light machine gun. I'd be very grateful if you could remind me of the full classification in the comment section. Since of course the comment section is the best possible form of expression, though you can also let me know via my Steam group or my Discord server, since I'm always ready to look at those as well. Now we're only slightly more than 100 meters away from this base. We've got some friendly faces here as well. I believe that we can take it quite successfully, although another one of our bases is under attack by the Imperialist troops. And I can't even see them. They must be using some cloaking stealth technology because they're taking more and more bases. They're undermining our troops. They're going to defeat us. And I'm not going to let this happen. They've defeated us one time too many. And here they are with their helicopters again, dropping their napalm, bringing their soldiers down here. Well, I'm going to bring them down here as well. Foul American rats! Come down here and fight like men. If you want this country, come down here and take it from us, instead of staying up there in the skies in your helicopters. We will bring you down, and nothing will stop us. He's already starting to... Oh fuck, more napalm! Wait, those are just conventional bombs, thank God. The helicopter is starting to lose in altitude, it's starting to run away. It's obviously on the verge of being shot down. And if anybody's going to shoot it down for good, it's going to be me. It's just what they get for dropping their bombs and their chemicals upon us. At least they aren't using the defoliants such as dioxin and so on yet. We must dispatch the Imperialist troops immediately, with great promptness and great decision, great decisiveness. We are already losing. We are many, many, many points behind them. 50 at the moment. And there's the helicopter again, our old friend. Well, welcome to the jungle, you son of a bitch! Down to the earth you go! Just as the American hopes of conquest, of an easy victory, come crashing down. Now we're low on bullets, but that should not be a problem. I'm realizing this is a Type 53 machine gun, which is a relatively cheap Chinese copy of the Soviet original. I'm going to whip out my Simonov rifle, or at least what's probably another Chinese copy, since the Chinese were notorious for stopping the Soviet aid shipments to Vietnam and replacing them with their own cheap copies. Anyway, we're going to use these Chinese weapons to their utmost ability. We're going to gun down these American troops. We're going to retaliate for every piece of land lost, because we are losing this battle. We have almost certainly lost this battle, and I am growing increasingly frustrated as a result of this fact. But we can't allow frustration to consume us. We're losing our bases, so fuck the bases. We've got better things to attend to. We've got better things to do with our lives. And now, once we capture this base, I believe that we will have a decent chance at a stalemate. although we're lagging 80 points behind the Americans. We'll have to leave that, however, for the second part of this episode, since I need to take a short break before going back into the thick of the battle. So if you're enjoying the series so far, do not forget to leave a like and a comment and to subscribe to my channel for your free book of quotations from Ho Chi Minh. I've been the Nerd Gamer, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for today.